Hey guys, welcome back to Anna Loves Makeup. Today I have for you the She's in Parties palette by Melt Cosmetics. This is what the packaging looks like. I'm holding it together because when I got this in the mail and I opened it up, there was a broken shadow, and I will slowly try to show you which one it is. So it's this one right here. What I try to do is actually press it back into the pan. But yeah, it came completely shattered. I was a little disappointed because initially when I purchased this palette in store, I actually got them to order it for me, and they ordered it, and then I received an email confirming the order, and then a couple of days later I received another email saying you're not going to get this because we're out of stock. So I was kind of like upset about that because I ordered it in store and it was in stock, and I got a confirmation email, and then all of a sudden they didn't have any. So what I did was I waited for it to come back in stock, and then I immediately purchased it, and it was delivered, but it was delivered broken. So I was a little upset about that, but I think that I can just work with it if I'm just careful. I think I can just work with it and try to go in light-handedly with that shadow. I am doing this eye look today for you guys. I'll go into the eye look as soon as I give you some information about the palette. Now the palette itself is $48, and it comes in this really beautiful packaging. It's like a maroon type packaging. It has foil print on the front, but it's really pretty. This is actually the box that it came in. It's similar to what the palette looks like. It comes with 3 ultra matte shadows, 2 iridescent, and 3 metallic. There are a total of 8 shadows within the palette. And I wish I could just show you guys the palette while I'm actually explaining it, but unfortunately I can't. So anyway, it does come with a mirror. It is their typical like cardboard packaging that Melt usually uses for their shadow palettes. Now I haven't really found a Melt shadow palette that I'm absolutely in love with until now. So this is my favorite eyeshadow palette that Melt has come out with. I have tried some of the others, but this one is just gorgeous on the eyes. I love the look that it gave today. It's more of like this plum lavender, kind of like maroon rusty shadows. They just look really beautiful on the eye, and they swatch beautifully too. So I'll show you the swatches here in a minute. I did purchase my palette at Sephora, as you all know from my story. On the Melt website, it says 4 new plums have joined the scene. Now with 8 shades, we've added a lively lilac matte to perk things up, and 3 iridescent shimmers to the She's in Parties palette. She's here to make all of your goth fantasies come true. Which, guys, you don't have to be goth to wear this. Honestly, it is a shadow palette that can be used pretty much by anyone. The pigmentation is completely there. These blended in really, really well. You don't have to work too hard at applying them. I will say, because they are pigmented, you do have to go in a little light-handed. I would start with just a little bit of shadow at first, place it on the eye, and then blend it in really well. So that's the only thing. They are pigmented to a point where if you put too much shadow on your brush, it's gonna come out really like blotchy. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this look today. I think it came out beautifully. I loved every single shadow that I used, which I used pretty much all of them except She's in Parties and Mean Streak. So I used every single shade in here except 2. And I will be using those soon. The reason I didn't use She's in Parties and Mean Streak because I felt like they were more on the rusty brown side, and everything else is more on the plum side. So that's why I went in with those shadows. And then the other 2 shadows, of course, I'm gonna use later, maybe in another video or another tutorial, something like that. But anyway, let me go ahead and do swatches for you really quickly, and then we'll get into the application of the shadow palette, and then that's gonna be it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed putting these shadows on the eyelid, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and click that notification bell so you'll know when I put out a new video. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the swatches. So this first one here is called Skeleton Kiss. It's a creamy bone shadow with a kiss of rose gold shift. This versatile sheer shade can be used to brighten the inner corner or brow bone and doubles as a highlight. The next shadow is one of my favorite shadows. It's called Strange Love. It says here, given to your bizarre infatuation with the muted lavender with the lilac shift. The barely there base of this metallic makes it perfect for adding sparks to any look. Apply with a finger to the center of the lid for eye-catching dimension. The next one is called Total Immortal. The possibilities for the muted lilac hue are endless. Use it in the crease to transition your plums and purples, or pack it all over the lid for a soft pastel wash of color. This next shade right here is called Last Caress. It's a sweet, lovely mauve eyeshadow. This mid-tone matte is the cool tone transition of this palette and creates a perfect purple gradient. So the next shade is one that I didn't use, and it's called She's in Parties. It's a burgundy frost shade with hints of copper and pink flecks. She's the center of focus, and once you get your hands on her, you will know why. She's like a party on your eyes. Apply it wet to amplify the copper luster. The next one is called Sleepwalk. You'll be dreaming of this deep plum shade. The beauty of this rich iridescent lingers like a song. Applied with a finger, this hue provides a strong base with a soft twinkle, or you can use it wet for a metallic foil. So here's another shade that I didn't use, and it's called Mean Streak. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade, guys. It says, she's the darkest plum. This moody deep matte is perfect for dramatic smoke or defining the lash line. And the last shade is one of my favorites as well, and this is called Lost Control. It says here, surrender yourself to this dusky deep plum with a black base. Apply this shimmer shade wet to intensify the sparkling glare. All right, guys, so now that I've shown you all the swatches, let's go ahead and get into the application of this palette.